Good afternoon, students. This is your lecturer, Mrs. Urmila Naik from Adarsh Education Society. Today I am going to teach you SP subject. In the last lecture, we have started the second lesson, that is Sources of Corporate Finance. And in that, we have studied about meaning, definition and features of shares. Also, we have studied about two types of shares, equity shares and preference shares. Equity shares are again divided into two types, that is equity shares with normal voting rights and equity shares with differential voting rights. And preference shares are divided into 8 types, that is cumulative preference shares, non-cumulative preference shares, participating preference shares, non-participating preference shares, convertible preference shares, non-convertible preference shares, redeemable preference shares and irredeemable preference shares. Now today we are going to start with equity shares. So let us understand the meaning of equity shares. Students, equity shares are also known as ordinary shares. Equity shares are also known as ordinary shares. They are the basic and fundamental sources of financing business activities. For legal reason, a company cannot exist without equity shares. Now this equity share capital is also known as venture capital or risk capital. Equity share capital is also known as venture capital or risk capital. This is because equity shareholders have to bear the risk which is associated with the ownership. That means equity shareholders are getting fluctuating rate of dividend. That means their dividend is dependent on the profit earned by the company. If company will earn more profit, at that time they will get more dividend. If company will earn less profit, they will get less dividend. And if company will not earn any profit, at that time they will not get any dividend. That's why this equity share capital is called as risk capital. Also, the equity shareholders are the residual claimants of the income and assets. They are the residual claimants. Residual claimants means last claimants. That means at the time of winding up of the company will first repay the money of all the investors, and after that, at the time of repayment of capital, company will first repay the preference shareholders, and after that last preference is given to equity shareholders. That's why equity shareholders are called as residual claimants of the income and assets. However, equity shareholders are the real owners of the company. They are the real owners of the company. This is because equity shareholders have invested their money in the ownership capital of the company. That means, and this is because they can participate in the management of the company, they can attend all the meetings, they can vote in all the meetings, and they can appoint their representative on the board. Now let us understand the definition of equity shares. Companies Act defines equity shares as those shares which are not preference shares are called as equity shares. Those shares which are not preference shares are called as equity shares. Now students, you know that there are two types of shares, equity shares and preference shares. And Companies Act defines that those shares which are not preference share are called as equity share. That means preference shareholders are enjoying certain privileges which are not enjoyed by equity shareholders. They are, equity shareholders do not have preference for getting dividend. That means at the time when the company earns profit, at that time first dividend will be paid to the preference shareholders, and after that if any profit is remaining, from that the dividend will be given to equity shareholders. Also, equity shareholders do not have priority for repayment of capital at the time of winding up of the company. That means at the time of winding up of the company will first settle the claims of all other investors, and after that whatever amount is remaining, that are belong to equity shareholders. Now let us understand the features of equity shares. The first feature of equity share is permanent capital. Now students, equity share capital is irredeemable in nature. Now here redeemable means what? Repayable. And irredeemable means what? Not repayable. So this equity share capital is not repaid during the lifetime of the company. It is repaid only at the time of winding up of the company. That's why you can say that equity shareholders provide permanent and long-term capital to the company. Second point is fluctuating dividend. Now equity shareholders are getting fluctuating rate of dividend. That means their dividend is dependent on the profit earned by the company. If company will earn more profit, they will get more dividend. If company will earn less profit, they will get less dividend. And if company will not earn any profit, at that time they will not get any dividend. That's why you can say that they are bearing the risk. Sometimes they will get dividend, sometimes they may not get dividend. Third is rights. As equity shareholders are the real owners of the company, they are enjoying certain rights. First right is right to vote. This is the basic right of equity shareholder. Through this voting right, equity shareholders can alter the memorandum of association, they can alter the articles of association. Also, they can elect their representative on the board. The second right is right to share in the profit. Right to share in the profit. This is also the important right which is enjoyed by equity shareholder, that they have right to share in the profit whenever declared by the company in the form of dividend. That means whenever company will earn profit, at that time they are having right to receive their dividend. Third right is right to inspect books. This is also the important right through which equity shareholders can inspect or check the books, documents, statements and papers of the company, like minutes book, register of members, register of debenture holders, etc., etc., or memorandum of association, articles of association, etc., etc. Next is right to transfer shares. Now here transfer means what? Sale. So this is also the important right of equity shareholder, that whenever they are in need of money, they can transfer or sell their shares to any other person. But they have to follow the procedure given in the articles of association. Next point is no preferential rights. Equity shareholders do not enjoy any preferential right in respect of payment of dividend and repayment of capital. That means whenever company earn profit, at that time first dividend is paid to the preference shareholders, and after that if any profit is remaining, from that the dividend will be paid to the equity shareholders. Also, they are not having preferential right in respect of repayment of capital. That means at the time of winding up of the company, whenever company wanted to repay the capital, at that time first preference shareholders capital is repaid, and after that whatever amount is remaining, that are distributed among the equity shareholders. Next point is controlling power. Now, as equity shareholders are the real owners of the company, the full control of the company is in the hands of equity shareholders. They can control the company with the help of exclusive voting right. They can attend all the meetings of the company, and they can vote in all the matters of the company. Also, with the help of voting, they can elect their representative on the board. They can also appoint proxy, and that proxy also can vote on behalf of equity shareholders. That's why you can say that the equity shareholders are the real masters of the company. Next point is risk. Equity shareholders have to bear the risk which is associated with the ownership. They are getting, we know that they are getting fluctuating rate of dividend. That means that dividend is dependent on the profit earned by the company. If company will earn more profit, they will get more dividend. If company will earn less profit, they will get less dividend. So that's why there is uncertainty in getting dividend. Next point is residual claimants. Residual claim means what? Last claim. Equity shareholders are also called as residual claimants of the income and assets of the company. That means at the time of winding up of the company will first settle the claims of all other investors, and after that whatever amount is remaining, that are distributed among the equity shareholders. That's why they are getting the last claim, and that's why they are called as residual claimants. Next point is no charge on the asset. Now equity shareholders do not create any charge on the asset. Now students, here charge on the asset means what? Lien created by the company on the asset of the company in favor of creditors. That means if the company is not able to make payment to the creditors, at that time creditors can sell that particular asset on which the lien is created, and they can recover their money back. So this kind of charge on the asset is not created while issuing equity shares. Next point is bonus shares. Next point is bonus issue. Now bonus shares are issued as a gift to the equity shareholders. They are issued free of cost to the existing equity shareholders out of accumulated profit. Now these bonus shares are issued in certain proportion, like 2:1. That means those shareholders who have purchased 2 shares, they will get 1 free share, that is called as bonus shares. So that's why the capital investment of the equity shareholders tends to grow on its own. Now this benefit of bonus shares is given only to the existing equity shareholders. Next point is right issue. Right issue means what? Whenever company needs more capital or more funds for expansion purpose or for modernization purpose, company at that time raise further capital by issuing further shares. At that time, before offering that shares to the general public, company will first offer that shares to the existing equity shareholders. So this offer is called as right issue. So this benefit is also given only to the existing equity shareholders. Next point is face value. Face value is the basic value decided by the company for one share. That means this value is decided by the company at the time of issuing shares for the first time. Now this face value is written on the share certificate also, and it is written on the memorandum of association also. Basically, the face value of equity shares is very less as compared to preference shares. Face value of equity shares is generally rupees 10 or rupees 1 per share. Next is market value. Market value is nothing but the value of a share determined by the demand and supply forces in the share market. Now, the demand and supply of equity shares is dependent on the profit earned by the company and the dividend declared by the company. When company earns more profit and they will get more dividend, at that time the market value of equity shares will increase. And whenever the company earns less profit and they will give less dividend, at that time the market value of the equity shares will reduce. So that's why these shares are more appealing to the speculators. Now here speculators means what? They are the brokers who wanted to earn more and more profit from the changes in the prices of securities. Now students, our last point is capital appreciation. Capital appreciation means what? It takes place when the market value of the equity share increases. That means when the company earns more profit, at that time company will declare more dividend, and due to which the reputation of the company is increases, and that's why which results into the increase in the market value of equity shares. So students, these are the features of equity shares. Now our last topic is remaining, that is called as types of preference shares. I have already told you that equity shares are divided into two types, that is equity shares with normal voting right and equity shares with differential voting rights. Now students, in equity shares with normal voting right, these shareholders are enjoy all the normal voting rights. That means they can vote in all the matters of the company. These shares are called as equity shares with normal voting right. In equity shares with differential voting right, all the shareholders in this, the shareholders cannot vote in all the matters. They can vote only in specific matters, like the matter of dividend or any other matter. They can vote only on specific matter. Sometimes these shareholders are not having any voting right, or sometimes these shareholders are having limited voting rights. So this is what about equity shares with differential voting right. So students, with this we have completed the features and types of equity shares. Thank you.